A lot of times when you're following up with leads, some of the objections you're going to come across are actually very simple, and they're not necessarily objections. They're the buyer just saying straightforward, look, I'm just kind of browsing. Most people try and press them down, and that's not really what you should do. You should appreciate the fact that they told you, look, I'm just browsing for now, and then you really just need to drill back, and you want to start building that relationship with them. Be like, hey, not a problem at all. I appreciate you even telling me that. Is there anything specific that you were looking for? Any area or anything like that? And most of the time, if they're truly browsing, they might not even have a clue. They're probably just in the beginning stages of their home search, and they might only know a general area. You can ask price because you can say, hey, any specific area or price point you really want to stick in? And the only reason I ask is because I want to make sure that I get properties sent to you that kind of match what you're looking for. And if they kind of back off and they're like, I'm not really sure right now, then you need to back off a little bit. You need to adjust to their gear set, and instead of trying to sit there and drill information, because then they're going to say, hey, this is a really pushy agent. They're really just wanting to get their own agenda. You really need to come off as a concierge type individual and be like, hey, not a problem at all. If you're not really sure what I can do, is I'd love to just follow up with you maybe in a couple weeks or so, because maybe at that point, you might be a little more ready to even have this conversation. Because again, I really was just wanting to follow up to see if we could help you out and get some property sent your way. So you can kind of just totally back off. That's the way that I typically handle it. If they're not ready to discuss it, that's perfectly fine. You just need to adjust accordingly. So if they say, no, I'm just really browsing, be like, well, is there anything specific that you're browsing for? Yeah, we're looking for this. Okay, great. What about a price point? I'm not really sure about the price. All right, well, not as far as price. What about monthly payment? Again, I'm not really sure. Okay, not a problem at all. Well, look, what I'd like to do, I'm going to just send some broad properties to you. Check them out if you get the opportunity. If not, I'm going to follow up with you in a few weeks. Maybe we can chat a little bit more about it. Either way, I really appreciate you taking the time to take my call today, and I hope you have a great day. And that's usually the way that I would handle it. I'd mark them down as basically they were just browsing, filter through. You want to start trying to build that relationship with them. And you're going to build that by following up along the way. So it's not really an overall hard objection. They're basically just trying to object and say that, look, I'm not really ready to buy right now. So you need to respect that and move forward with it and see how you can help them and build that relationship.